Hi, my name is Prashant Udupa and welcome to this fourth video demonstration of VTK Designer 2. In this video, I'm going to show you the new software infrastructure available in VTK Designer. More specifically, the component framework available in VTK Designer 2. The VTK Designer 2 is built using Qt 4.3 and so you can see quite a lot of 4.3 functionality here. The first being, well, the most obvious one being the script editor, the scripting system. Qt 4.3 provides the Qt script module using which you can write ECMAScript scripts to offer additional functionality to your application. VTK Designer 2 now comes with a system called as the generic component framework. Now, using the generic component framework, the entire application is built in terms of components and then brought together to make the application. So, functionally different systems in VTK Designer are actually different components. They are actually different DLL files. So, let's take a look at the different DLL files, the different shared library files in VTK Designer. So, as you can see here, there are so many library files here. So now when I actually sort them by type, we have Directory Explorer, GCF, Message Log, Property Editor, Scripting Environment, Service Manager, Thumbnail Preview. Each of these are different components. Now these components are brought together and shown in the main window of VTK Designer. So the components that the VTK Designer system loads is actually fetched from this particular file, the C component loader component.xml. In VTK Designer, there is a component called as the component loader component, which can load components stored within shared libraries. And this particular XML file actually describes what components needs to be loaded. If you notice, I've actually commented out one particular component here, the wrapper class maker component, because we're still not gotten around to completing it. But if I do enable this particular component, that component also gets loaded. So I'm going to quit this and go here and restart VTK Designer. Right? Can you see this? There's a WC Maker component which added another one here, and if I go to this, I have a menu item called as new VTK wrapper, using which I can actually add wrappers here. So this is one of the first things. You can specify which components to load and which not to load by altering this XML file. So let me remove some things that are probably not required here. So let's say I remove this, and I'll keep the wrapper class maker out again. Right, and then I'm going to say the visualization system component, browser, etc, etc. Okay, so I'm going to restart VTK Designer, and you'll notice that, well, the Directory Explorer is gone, the wrapper class method explorer is gone, and in the file the new wrapper is gone. So the component framework actually helps in composing the applications as reusable components. Okay, so let me go to property editor here and demonstrate some features of the component system. See, the component system refers to every component in VTK Designer loads itself by means of providing the component framework in VTK Designer an XML file that describes how it wants to fit into the native application. So this XML file is very important. So let's take a look at the property editor components XML file. So the property editor component says that it has one widget whose title is property editor. The name of the widget is internally called property editor. It should be placed in the right dock area of the main window component. Now let's say I want to change the place where this is stored. I say workspace. I wanted to load on the workspace, so property editor will now show up as another tab here. So I'm going to quit this and reload this entire thing, and you will notice that the property editor has come here. The functionality still remains the same though. So let's say I drag and drop a dataset mapper, and the properties of the dataset mapper are showing up here instead of here. So the functionality remains the same. So let me put it back. Now let's say for the property editor you wanted to have an additional functionality, additional menu item in the main window. So I'm going to say action name is equal to let's say hide property editor, hide property editor, and trigger action is equal to see property editor component. In this component editor right, and right. So we're going to create a checkable action. So when the check state of the so this should be toggle action. So when the toggle slot, sorry. All right. So we have the action. Name of the action is this, and this should be the title. And whenever the toggle event is for the action is generated, it should call this particular slot. And now I have to introduce this action into the main window. So I say menu name is equal to, let's say, property editor menu, type is equal to property editor menu something. I'm just giving some random thing here, menu, and I say menu item action name is equal to see property that's it. So now when I restart visualization workbench, you'll notice there's a property editor menu here. So hello, I can actually something happened to my system, it hung up over there. So I can actually use this to toggle the visibility flag of my property editor, right? Okay, but you'll notice that the property editor menu is coming after the help menu, and we probably want to show it before the script menu or before the tools menu or something like that. So all I have to do is I go to main window component, and I notice that this main window component has a help menu, and I want it to be before the help menu. So I go to property editor and I say before is equal to see main window component dot help menu, and this time when I restart, you'll notice that the property editor is actually before the help menu, right? So this makes it very easy to introduce your new components into the main window of VTK Designer. Now let's say, what if you wanted to merge the property editor menu within the file menu itself, or probably show within the tools menu. Let's say you wanted to show this as a sub menu inside the tools menu. So what I do here is I say parent menu is equal to menu. So now when I restart this, this will actually be a part of the tools menu, right? So this makes it very, very simple to actually configure the to actually specify how your new component should get added to the system. Now in the VTK system, for example, the VTK output display, the parent widget is workspace. Let's say I make this left dock area, right? And I restart this. The VTK output now is actually shown here. So when I say cone source, polydep mapper, actor, renderer, render window, and I link them all up, the output is actually shown here now. So it's very simple to add new functionality to VTK Designer in terms of components, because the component system now provides a powerful framework for introducing new components into the library, into the application. Thanks for watching this. I hope to see you again in my next video. Bye bye.